At some point, the Red Dahlia becomes high comedy due in no small part to the sheer number of times its narrator, teenager Jughead Jones, Sprouse, playing a 1940s dashing, gumshoe type, is forced to refer to Riverdale as crime town, because it's a noir, No, but before that we stumble upon small-town sex clubs, a serial poisoning plot, and a gothic funeral that would make the long-dead Jason Stines, say, yikes, and all of that just has to do with Penelope Blossom, Natalie Bolt, the episode's titular Red Dahlia. Let's get down to the most bonkers moments of the episode and try to unravel them. They're in no particular order, because Riverdale thrives in the chaos. As she says, I do a job, I get paid for it. It's possible Mulray, a name that serves as a sneaky Chinatown reference, and Hiram were sleeping together. However, it's just as likely Hiram found a dubious state employee who would do his bidding for a price. It only seemed like Mulray was a mistress because he chose to meet with her in a hotel room, which is a great way to cover up far more nefarious scheming with the quotidian deception of an affair. After all, if Mulray was so crazy about Hiram, why didn't she ever try to see her beloved on his apparent deathbed? Hiram's quarantine actually makes sense. As with the Gargoyle King identity reveal last week, the biggest shock of the Red Dahlia is just how sensible a major resolution is. Here, we learn the seizures that plagued young women like Tony Topaz, Vanessa Morgan, Veronica Lodge, Camila Mendez, and Betty Cooper. Lily Reinhart was caused by runoff from the Blossom family maple-turned-fizzle rocks manufacturing factory. Hermione suggests Hiram was filling Sweetwater River with the same poison from his own drug-making factory out of the prison. So Hermione helped create a distraction, the quarantine, so the men could get rid of the drugs and the equipment necessary to make them. Mulray requested a state of emergency from the governor to create a smoke screen, but falsified the reports so no one would ever know what Hiram and Claudius Blossom, Barkley Hope, had done once that camouflage lifted. We'll never know why the drug runoff only hurt girls. When it comes to a dastardly web as obscure as the one Hiram spun, we're lucky that's the only question remains. The Lodge women audition for Godfellas 2, Crime Town Boogaloo. Hermione and Veronica settle into their roles as mob queen pins quite nicely. Let's just go down the list their antics. Veronica fires two turtleneck-wearing mob capos while inside of a hospital. Veronica uses a bus driver's cap and an endlessly amiable Reggie, Charles Milton, to con her dad's underlings into handing over their crime dues. Hermione makes a massive drug deal with a mystery new big bad. She takes the cash offer up front. Unbeknownst to Hermione, Veronica burns all the drugs and the equipment in a nighttime bonfire with her not-boyfriend. Hermione's mini-crime empire is screwed. Elsewhere it is revealed Hermione is enjoying a cabin-in-the-woods affair with the not-dead Sheriff Minetta Henderson Wade. Hermione has Minetta take a second attempt on Hiram's life because the original hit she had F.P. Jones' Speed Ulrich carry-out failed. F.P. shot Hiram. After an evening of criminal lovemaking, Hermione kills Minetta for real. All of this took place in a single episode of television. Tall Boy, the forgotten piece of luggage. The dummy Serpentines hid Tall Boy's Scott McNeil, gigantic dead body under the Dilton Doily sex bunker, and the teens leave the very obvious, humongous corpse under said bed while speaking to the police about Tall Boy. Not only must the body have reeked by then, it was simply peeking out from underneath a single tissue-thin blanket so short, it didn't reach the floor. Maybe FP shouldn't be sheriff. Penelope Blossom recreates the Mocha after there is a flourishing sex club in Riverdale and Penelope Blossom is its Moulin Rouge ensemble proprietor. It is called the Maple Club and there are many fetish tones. Penelope must love Babylon Berlin. Oh, and Penelope murderously poisoned Claudius, Clifford, Barkley Hope, again, Dilton Doily's dad, the Quiet Sisters nuns, and Anthony Michael Hall's principal Featherhead. Those last two don't make sense, ignore them. Because, as she explains, feminism, a lot goes on with Archie Andrews, KJ Apa, increasingly concerning descent into alcohol abuse. but it's apparently fixed by the end of the episode. So, let's instead turn our attention to the moment when Josie, Ashley Murray, tries to sober Archie up by tossing him in a bathtub and announcing, "It's time for a literal and metaphorical cold shower," yet, Josie incites said cold shower by dramatically spinning both temperature knobs. Friends, that is a warm shower at best.